What's up? Welcome back to Pigskin Pick'Em. It is
Boom roasted. It's Bama. So
Georgia Tech outdated offense. They came in strong, but it had to happen eventually.
Well, your mistake was just making picks at all. You just should have just showed up.
Welcome back. It's 2019. We're doing this crap again, and we got our loser over there. And I actually have failed to order that, and I need to order it.
It's fine. You can go ahead and not order it.
Nah, you might have to remind me. We did miss week 0 due to scheduling issues, but it's fine. We can quickly go over some topics that still relate even after week 0. Not as much of a preview. My overrated holds true. Florida fucking sucks. I mean, if that's how they're going to play the rest of the year, my God. I've taken back some looking on it now, but I'm not going to mention that. Auburn, still my hot take. Gus gets fired before the season ends. I guess you said Florida too, didn't you?
I said Florida as well.
Well, who did you add? Alabama.
Yeah, because I'm tired of hearing about Alabama football, but
I also had Bama,
That's
but
for
I'm
another
biased.
day.
probably not the most sound decision I've ever made. I'll end up regretting it, along with a lot of other decisions in this series. But
We start with your decisions then?
you want me to go off on my decisions here?
Yeah. What kind of decisions?
Are we jumping right into that?
I'd say we just go ahead and jump right in.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and jump right into this.
Jump right into it.
First game, I got Georgia Tech and Clemson.
All right.
Clemson is favored by 33.5 points in this
You
one.
don't think they're going to beat them by that much?
No, I do not. And let me tell you why.
Tech's running a brand new offense. No more triple option.
Let me tell you why. It's Jeff Collins' debut at Georgia Tech. He looked good in team stuff. Haven't really heard much of him outside of like practices and their team scrimmages, but he looked good in that. Trevor Lawrence back on the field, coming off a national championship. He's got a lot of boots to fill if he's going to play like he did last year.
Yeah, but he's arguably the greatest college football quarterback of.
I know, but I'm saying he's got to start right back where he left off. And if Clemson can hit the ground running, there's no doubt in my mind Clemson's going to win this football game. No doubt in my mind. But I just don't think that they can cover the 33.5 points in week 1.
It is a quite large spread.
See, my thing about Clemson, and this might go into a little bit more of a bigger picture overall season thing, is they're coming off a championship. They have a lot of pressure if they want to win a championship back-to-back.
Yeah, but they're arguably probably the best team in football. I mean, put it aside, Clemson's probably going to win it all.
I don't think they will. I don't think they'll live up to the pressure. I think it'll take them.
Let me just pull up this stat real quick.
And I truly don't even know the answer, but what college football team has won back-to-back?
Bama.
Okay.
I'm sure there's more, but Bama's the only one I know
In the
off the
last
top of my head.
20 years, it's probably just Bama on that list. Now, I don't know for sure, but
I don't know. I think Florida State won back-to-back in
I'd
the
say
90s.
Bama or maybe even Nebraska.
I wish
They
we
might
had a
have won
producer.
one
I'm
back-to-back.
fact-checking that right
Let's
now.
fact check that.
All right, well, while you fact check that, I'm going to bring up this point of Clemson last year was 1-2 against the spread when they were favored by more than 30 points.
Good stuff.
So that's also something that you got to bring into this. I don't know if they look at their spreads because they're betting on the games too. Oh wait, I can't say that. But who knows? I mean, that I just figured that would come into play as well.
It takes a lot to win one back-to-back.
I'd have to agree with you there, Zach.
And I think that there's enough competition on the board where they won't handle the pressure. I think you got teams like Bama, you got teams like Georgia that maybe feel they got cheated out of it the last couple of years.
Nebraska,
See?
1994-95.
Like I said, Nebraska's probably one of them.
Okay. Well,
Alabama's done it twice.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
gonna.
so Bama twice and Nebraska once. And the
Other
last
than that,
20 years.
Oklahoma.
I don't think they're that team. I think they're
Notre Dame,
the best
Army.
team out there, but I don't think they're that team that's gonna dominate and win 2 in a row.
all right. Well, with that, I'm going to jump right into my next pick. I have number 14, Utah at BYU.
That's a great pick.
It's a great pick. You stole my Thursday pick. That was my Thursday game.
But I have Utah coming out on top on this one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I knew
Because
that's where you were gonna head. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. I saw it. I looked at it. I really liked that game. I think that's a great pick.
They're favored by 5 points in this one. Last 6 meetings have been decided by less than 5 points.
Well, I mean, I think Utah's probably the best team on that side in the Pac-12.
Yeah, the only thing that is throwing me off at all is it's BYU at home.
I mean,
I feel like that'll make it an even closer game.
3-year-old dads. So, I mean, you're playing against grown men. I mean, don't ever underestimate Birmingham Young, but those are grown-ass adults, grown-ass Mormons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I see this game, close week 1 game. I see Utah winning this one. It could possibly go into overtime. Who knows? It'd be something cool to see first
game.
week.
I mean, I think it's a touchdown game. So I like it. I liked it a lot. I didn't pick it, but I like it a lot.
Might have to keep track of the live spread on that one.
It's been dropping. It came out at 6.5.
Well, it was at 5 when I checked it at 4:00 Eastern time today.
I guess 4.5 now.
No, it's at 6.5 right now.
That's a lot. Oh wow, it just bumped up to 6.5.
Huh. Well, I'm still picking Utah on that one.
Well, you have it at 5. You have it when you get it.
Okay. And then next game. Number 3, Georgia Bulldogs versus Vanderbilt.
God damn it. Please be taking Vanderbilt.
I don't know if Georgia is going to cover this spread. I'm going to pick Vanderbilt. And do you know why?
I don't know. I don't think we're going to cover the spread.
Okay. Georgia's secondary is going to be tested by their running back, Keyshawn Vaughn. He's been looking great. You got both a tight end and a wide receiver. You got tight end Jared Pickney and wide receiver Kalijah Lipscomb for Vanderbilt. They look pretty strong. And I think Jake Fromm might struggle a little bit in this game. Not as a quarterback himself, but he's got to break in new receivers that haven't been targeted, that have not played in college football games yet. He's going to have to get that chemistry working with them, and it's probably going to take a couple quarters for that to happen. I think Georgia's going to win this game, but it's not going to be a multi-possession lead going into halftime.
I mean, I could, as a Georgia fan, pick some points. One, I will say our secondary is arguably one of the best in the country.
I know, but it's going to be tested.
2, I'm with you on the wide receivers because we don't know everything I've read because, of course, I read more reports on Georgia than any other team. That's my team. And, there's a lot of I'm reading a lot of good things about some receivers. I know we have one for sure starter right now, which means we have a lot of competition going on. Tyler Simmons, who was onside, by the way. He is the only confirmed starter. Got a heavy backfield, but I'm with you. I also think Vanderbilt's got a pretty good quarterback from what I remember.
They have a good quarterback, and in my personal opinion, I think Vanderbilt has one of the most underrated coaches.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Derek Mason's a pretty good coach.
Derek Mason is a great coach.
All right. You want to hit yours?
I'll go ahead and hit mine.
Hitting the 3-man crew this week.
I want something a little bit different. I didn't do anything related to the SEC.
I don't think
Really?
I had one SEC game. Two.
I had
we'll
an SEC game up there, and I had to take it away. I found a better one that I liked a little bit more. But I'm going to start with Northwestern at Stanford. The spread right now is 6.5 for Stanford. And I think they're both great teams, Northwestern and Stanford. But
I think it'll be a good game.
If you look and see what's going on at both programs, Stanford has had a stagnant offense. They've had a lot of offensive trouble. I don't think their OC's that good, if I'm being completely honest. Northwestern, every season, they get a little bit better. And they showed us last year that they are a team to be reckoned with. They have a good coaching staff. They recruit very well. And I was honestly very surprised when I saw that it was favored towards Stanford. I really was.
I agree with you because I feel like Northwestern's name every year more and more they keep popping up in discussion.
You've given me another game to look at. I honestly overlooked that game. Hearing that now, really love that spread. Northwestern's a good ball club. I mean, they got a good coach, old-fashioned guy. Fitzgerald I'm pretty sure is his last name.
They remind me a lot of an SEC team. The way they play,
they do play
game.
a little bit.
They play very defensively centered. Their defense is one of the best in the Big Ten.
And I do. I like that pick a lot. I like that a lot. Northwestern.
Stanford's sitting right at 23, and Northwestern's right at 25. They're real close in the rankings. This is a good chance for either one of the programs to jump up a spot.
You ready for hot take? Real hot take, number one of the year now for me.
I will pardon your take.
The Big Ten at the high, obviously the SEC is best conference still. But here's my
inarguable.
Here's my case for the Big Ten starting to clip on their heels. The top level talent's not there like the SEC's is, not yet at least. With the mid level talent, your Northwesterns. Michigan State may be a top-level talent this year, but we'll see.
Wisconsin.
Minnesota, Wisconsin. There's a lot of good football teams in the Big Ten right now that I think could give mid-level ICC schools not Ole Miss. They were terrible last year. But your Mississippi States, your Tennessees, Kentuckys.
Your
Floridas. And
definitely your Floridas.
I think they're catching up. It's so cute. It's just, wow. Too bad they don't have the old coach, but I guess, that's what happens when you're naked on top of sharks.
I'd like to switch spots in the divisions with Florida for a season and just see how well it goes.
We'll get to your next pick.
All right, next pick. I got another. Maybe I am into the Big Ten a little bit this year. Wisconsin at USF. This one
we talked about.
I spent the most time thinking about it out of all my picks because I could not decide for the life of me whether to go on the spread or the money line. But I finally decided I want to go Wisconsin money line. I think they're going to win it. I didn't like the spread. And I think Wisconsin's going to be one of those teams that's going to compete to play in the Big Ten championship. I think them and Northwestern are going to go at each other because I believe they're on the same division, right?
I don't know.
I believe they're in the same division. I don't hold me to that. But I believe they are, and I think they'll definitely go for it. I think Wisconsin's a great team. I think last year they showed a lot more than they had the year before. And I don't think USF's that good. I mean, I used to think they were good, and honestly, I about picked USF on the spread. I really did, but I did a little bit more research, and I saw that their schedule last year just wasn't there.
I gotta imagine that money return's not too great on a money line for Wisconsin.
It's not.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
I'll go ahead and head into the last one that I got, and this is the one that I had put in last minute because I did have the South Carolina game in there.
Thought about that one too.
South Carolina UNC.
UNC. Jesus, I'm struggling today. UNC plus 10. I think that's a smart bet for those at home.
Oh yeah. So that was my original third pick. But
very anti-SEC today.
Yeah, but then this one caught my eye, and I couldn't hit it. Boise State versus Florida State.
I had that. Yeah,
Florida State favored by 4.5.
I just don't trust that team.
Give me Boise State all day long. All day long.
I don't know how good Boise State is, and I looked at that game a little bit and I couldn't get my heart on Boise State. But Willie Taggart, I don't think it's higher for Florida State. I don't know why.
Boise State.
You're talking about an ACC team that, made a living on a pretty basic pro-style offense and is now going to run a spread. I just don't understand it, but neither here nor there.
In my personal opinion, I think you got a bowl team playing a low-tier team. That's what this matchup is in my eyes. I think Boise State's a good team. I don't think they're great. I don't think that they're going to even, make the playoffs or anything. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. I just think they're a bowl team. They play hard.
8-4.
They play well.
8-4.
8-4 all the way. FSU, I don't think they'll make a bowl game this year.
Yeah.
I think they'll lose. I think Boise State's got it as the downright underdog.
Yeah.
And that's my final pick.
I like that. I'll hop into my picks. Thursday game here. We're taping on Wednesday, so if I put this out on Saturday, which I more than likely will do, or Friday night, it will be behind. So unfortunately, you will not get this pick. But UCLA, God bless, I can't talk today, at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's going to be a good ball team again this year.
Thank you.
I think they're going to be a good ball team this year. Cincy -3. I think I don't even know how to phrase that. -110. I really like that. Not the greatest money bet, but -3. Cincy's going to be good, man. They've won 17 straight home openers as well. UCLA's 7-9 against the AAC or the AAC. So yeah, give me 7:00 Thursday, Cincy at home. I like them winning by a touchdown. Next 12:00 on Saturday, Ole Miss at Memphis. Memphis, another AAC team. I am over here just balls deep on the AAC this week.
Crushing on the AAC?
A little bit, man. These are my two. This is my AAC conference championship game right here. Memphis.
Don't expect it throughout the rest of the year, folks. It's not going to happen. Jacob's going to go SEC week 2 for the rest of the time.
There wasn't a lot of good. I mean, Memphis -5.5, another 110 game. And, dude, 5 straight season opener wins for Memphis. They got a quarterback that's coming back that threw 4,000 yards passing last year. Mississippi State's lost 4 out of their 5 top receivers, one of them being fucking Metcalf, who was a beast.
Nobody knows until he took his shirt off.
Yeah, well, I watched him destroy us like his sophomore year. And yeah, Ole Miss has lost its last 3 true road openers, so give me 5.5. Memphis, also like them by at least 10 points. I think they win this by 10. Pretty confident about that one. Lastly, 7:30, we'll go to the AA, or not the AAC. I've already been there twice. The ACC. Really liking those A conferences this week. I got UVA -2.5, given 115. Dude, UVA's defense is nasty. Virginia's got a really good defense this year. I don't know too much about Pitt, but I think UVA wins by more than that. So, yeah, I think that's a low number, and I think Virginia will probably get ahead.
I agree. I mean, I really haven't heard that much about Pitt this year, not even on news, not in articles that I've been reading. I can't really seem to find a lot of information on them, not that I've been looking, but it's just not a name that I hear that pops up a lot.
Yeah. We're getting to our first ever sponsored game of the week.
Who sponsored this?
Like to present the Dove Secret Sauce game of the week. No, he's over here right now. It's really good sauce. If you're in North Carolina, you can find it.
Go on my website, and it'll have a store locator on it.
No, he's got a store
We'll put the
locator.
website on the
Just
screen.
Dove Secret Sauce.
Yeah, Google Dove Secret Sauce. You can find it.
All right, that'll boy. Yeah, Dove Secret Sauce, our presenting sponsor for this year. Why not? So, anyways, Dove Secret Sauce game of the week. Oregon versus Auburn, 7:30, Cowboy Stadium. Auburn's favored by 3.5 points. Over/unders at 55.5 last time I checked. Has that been updated? I feel like you have a 55.5. All right. And as I looked at the updated things for it, we, at least you and I, are in probably the same boat as everyone on this game. Auburn is probably really overrated. I don't know what you guys think about it. I don't know. Oregon's got a lot. I mean,
I agree. I think that Auburn is an overrated team. Honestly, probably should have picked them as my most overrated team in college football, but I'm a little stuck-up idiot and picked Alabama. But like I said, I make mistakes.
All I just say is just wait and see what Oregon does. Just wait. Oregon's just one of those teams that kind of scares me this year. That they might make the playoffs, in my personal opinion. And you might disagree with me.
That was a big lead.
I'm a little biased just because Jacob Easton plays for Washington, and I think Washington's going to win that division in the Pac-12. But yes, Oregon. I think Oregon is a good dark horse candidate for the playoffs.
Scary.
The only thing is you're going to have the likes of, we'll see about Ohio State. I'm not sold on Justin Fields. Michigan should be good this year.
I think the most.
Obviously, Georgia and Alabama are going to be this good this year. LSU is another dark horse. So is A&M. And Oklahoma's going to be good this year. So they're going to have a lot of competition for who, and obviously Clemson. It's going to be a tight race for those 4 spots. But I think Oregon's offensive line, according to the source for anything you should ever read about college football, is the number 1 offensive line. I would have figured it'd been Georgia, but, we're number 2. And if we're number 2 to somebody, then I'm going to assume that Oregon's offensive line is spectacular. Justin Herbert, not 100% sold on him being as good as everyone says he is, but I think he's a good quarterback. They got 10 returning starters on offense as well. So I'm guessing that's why that offensive line has got to be really experienced. Mm-hmm. I know Auburn's D-line's supposed to be really good, but I'm not really sold on that either.
I'm not sold on their secondary either.
I'm not sold on their sold on their D line, and I don't think that they're going to be able to make it through Oregon's O line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. And I think, an air raid. Do they still run the spread out in Oregon?
No,
I really don't
run the spread option. I thought.
So if they're still running that, big play offense, and you're saying their secondary's not good, that's not lining up good. So we'll go around the room. What do you got?
I got Oregon in this game.
You got spread or money
outright
line? Money line. All right. What do you got?
I got Oregon spread.
You got Oregon spread. I got Oregon money line plus 140. I'm really liking it. I am ecstatic about that. And, we'll see how we do. It's a brand new year, boys. Brand new year.
Let's get it.
Got a lot of good matchups coming up. You got a good out-of-conference game coming up.
Next week 2.
Georgia plays 2 cupcakes in a row, I'm pretty sure, and then we play Notre Dame. And we got some good football games this year.
Going to be a lot of games in weeks that are going to be highly argued about.
I think so. Shout out Dove's Secret Sauce.
Yee.
And
check it out on dovesecretsauce.com.
Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be back at it.
Plural.
Secrets.
Dovesecretsauces.com.
Okay.
www.dovesecrets.
We'll just put the link on the screen.
Best sauce out there.
We'll put the link.
Go there.
Put the link.
Go there.
And we'll be back at it again next week with some more picks. Take care, folks.
See you guys.